everyone, to another grand episode here of Kids on Brooms. In Proficiency Bonus, I'm your most extraordinary and magical and wonderful conjuration and magical transportation professor, Fern Spindlewheel. I'm so glad that you could join us for this wonderful adventure. We are going to start. It is the very next day. You guys have all made your way, without being too late, to Professor Fern Spindlewheel's class of conjuration and magical transportation. He's also your broom flight instructor. He gets paid an extra stipend for that. You guys are all sitting around the room, enjoying some lessons as he talks about wizards of the past and how they were able to manipulate things, such as transferring things from one place to another, bamfing themselves out of existence to appear in some other places. As he dramatically waves his hands and his wand and begins to talk to you and keep your heads focused on your studies. Medea, you do see across the room two individuals, and I'm going to let you tell me, do you know Terry and Alistair? Are they characters that you would know, or and if you do know them, would you know them on a positive or negative outlook?
No, that's different. I guess for Terry, it would be a positive. It would be for positive. Like, she never really fully talked to him too much. It's kind of like in passing, like, oh, hello, how are you, kind of thing. With Alistair, however, is probably a mixture of positive and negative.
Okay.
Because negatively, their family don't get along. But positively, she always wanted to be his friend when they were younger. Because she always thought he was like really smart.
Okay.
So she always thought, like, she admired him for his brains, but when she got older, her family was kind of like, well, if you want to be his friend, you might as well get his information and all his research if you're going to do all that.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Okay, go ahead and roll a d20, and we're going to use this as a positive question towards Terry from Medea.
19.
Okay, this is interesting. You and Terry have somewhere secret in the school that you go that you think only the two of you even know about. Where is it?
It's probably on the barracks of the castle near the dragon statue.
Ooh. Excellent.
Place where things don't get ready for me.
Like, I feel like everywhere we're taking Terry lately is just giving him, like, existential angst.
Yeah.
True. Go ahead and roll a d20. I would say that even though you do share, like, this push and pull of a positive and negative relationship with Alistair, I still think the whole family issue is going to pull it towards the negative side. So go ahead and roll a d20 for this.
5.
Go ahead and roll again. We've already had this question.
Okay. A 4.
4. That's fantastic.
It just said, okay, one down.
Now, this might be kind of like redundant because there may be, but what was the last time you betrayed this character?
Ooh. Okay. Do I want to add drama? Yes, let's add drama.
Drama's always good.
She had actually asked him to the wizarding dance as a date.
Ooh.
However, even though she was excited for it, her grandfather talked her out of it and kind of used that opportunity to sneak into their dorm and take one of his papers.
Oh, no, she didn't.
I hope you can make sense of it, because
She doesn't. She probably just gave it to her grandfather.
So, as Medea's looking around the room, trying her best to focus on Professor Spindlewheel and his antics up in front of the class, you guys do notice that Jameson is he woke up quite bewildered and disappointed. He wasn't sure why his prank on the first years did not go the way that he planned last night when they were all sorted, and seems to be just a little bewildered, and he's go ahead and Jameson, what is your look right now as you're sitting in class, trying to listen and take notes? And
I'm just kind of like staring off into space, like trying to put it together, like calculating, that GIF where they're just looking, just a bunch of numbers.
All the symbols are actually showing up.
Symbols, yes, the magical symbols are flying.
Like who saw me? I didn't think anybody saw me. Who could have? Somebody had to counterspell it, right? That's who would have done that?
Immediately, you hear like a tapping on your desk in front of you. Jorgensen, get your head in the game.
My head's always in the game, sir.
Oh, well done, great answer. But I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of additional magic that might help you in any kind of situation. First thing I must tell you is, yes, very great and powerful wizards have the ability to levitate. That is right. We can float like this. Leviticus floatus. And he points his wand to himself, and all of a sudden he starts to just slowly rise up in the classroom. See? Look at this. Hello down there. Oh, well, never mind. How about you all try? Or wait, maybe perhaps you would like to try this. Leptum Mistovis! And you watch as just this cloud of blue mystical energy kind of just appears in his spot, and you hear a sound, and then you hear again at the back of the room, and he just appears in the back of the room. It's called a misty step.
Excuse me, teacher. I have teleport phobia. Is there another like?
Did you just make that up?
No, I wish I did.
I think I can do it. If you.
Oh, of course, Jorgensen, one of my favorite students. Do you think you could give it a shot? Would you like to try the Misty Step, or would you like to levitate?
Well, I've done both last time I took this class, so I'm just gonna.
That is right. You are a repeater.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Misty Step. Hello.
Okay, absolutely. This is going to be a flight spell check.
All right.
Okay, so you can add your D4 magic to it. And the difficulty for this spell is going to be a 7.
Gotcha. That's a 15.
15. You do it extraordinarily. Go ahead and describe your spell to everyone.
I stand up. I don't even say a word. I just kind of do a zigzag in the air with my wand, and I misty step towards the door.
Okay.
And I leave the classroom.
And you walk out of class. Oh, very good, Mr. Jorgensen. Very good, you hear down the hallway as you're walking down.
Yeah.
Anyone else? That was a very good example. Great student Jorgensen is. I have no idea why he keeps taking this class over and over again. I think he passed.
I definitely passed with like top grades in that class every time I've taken it.
Oh boy. I guess I will try, if that is all right, Professor.
Okay. Absolutely, Miss Wilde. I know there are many great wizards and witches in your family. They probably know this spell off the back of their like the back of their wand.
Alright. She pulls out her wand. And she will try to do Misty Step.
Okay, you can go ahead and make a flight spell check. So you're going to use your flight dice, and you can add your D4 to it for your magic.
Okay. So that's a D8.
Difficulty is the same. It's going to be a 7.
You hear a slow clap in the middle of the class as you see that Terry's kind of slowly cheering you on, but then slowly stops when he looks over to Alistair.
Yikes.
Oh no!
Oh, it was because I clapped for you.
Curse your chaos magic!
She got nervous.
What did you get?
See, I had okay. So my dice was a D8 flight, right?
D8. Yep. So you
And
roll
then-
D8 and add a D4.
Oh, add a D4.
Yeah, you can roll a
Okay, thank
D4 and
God.
then add that result to it.
I don't think it's the. That's no. That's a
Okay.
A
4.
4. Now, here's an option that you have as a character. You started with 3 adversity tokens. You can cash all 3 of those in right now to get a +1 for each one that you cash in. So your 4 would become a 7, and therefore you would succeed, but then you would be out of adversity tokens.
Yeah, she can't. Now that she's going to spend all 4. She has the tempted thing, so she is not going to fail this. She can't. She can't.
Okay, so you're going to spend those 3 tokens?
Yes.
Okay, so you cash those in, Medea, so you cannot fail with this spell. Even though the wordings of your incantations and the movements of your wand, as Terry's like clapping, he's like, oh no, she's not. I don't think it's supposed to do that. No, oh no, oh no. Alistair's in the back, like he's like, oh boy. And
I'm like watching as she's like, the way she's casting, I'm like, she's gonna go into the wall. She's gonna go into the wall.
and you just barely succeed with cashing in your adversity tokens, so you can go ahead and narrate it for us.
Okay, so as she was doing it, she, like, her heart, even though, like, physically she looks very proud and like, oh yes, this is what we do. I am a wild. And however, she starts getting very nervous and very scared very quickly as she realized, oh, I just fucked up the wand flick. Oh no. Oh my god. And she just goes into this spiral of, I'm a failure. Oh no. Fuck. Correct it, please. Just try to fix it, and she just teleports, however, kind of clumsily, like right under the professor.
Okay.
And just right.
Well, I admit it was a little shaky, but you succeeded. That was quite impressive, Medea. Good job. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
I lean over to Alistair and say, I guess not the wall, but almost the teacher.
What's a teacher but a wall to learning?
Alistair, I hear you in the back. Would you like to demonstrate for the rest of the class?
Sure. Actually, if I may, I've been working on a new transportation spell. I think you might find fascinating.
New, you say?
I call it Gate. And he kind of like points to the door.
Okay.
And he'll say portcullis. So the intent is to make that door open to somewhere else now.
Okay. That's gonna be awesome. So let me look at the difficulty of this because I gotta research that.
Bruh.
What would you say that the basis or the stat for this spell would be?
This is a transportation spell. This is absolutely a flight.
Flight, you got it.
Because
excellent.
it is going from a place to another, transportation.
So I would say this bends the rules of reality. So that's going to be a +5 to your difficulty.
Okay.
It is the size of a person, so that's +3. So we're up to an 8 on the difficulty. The duration of the effect. How long would you like this door to last?
So the door exists already. I am just changing where it opens to.
Right.
So maybe 30 seconds, less than a minute.
Less than a minute? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Enough for somebody to like go through the door, and then arrive in the other location.
So we'll just give that a +1, so it's up to a 9. And how many times would you say you you're probably not a master at casting this spell, but you probably have cast this spell before. So
I've probably cast it a dozen or so times over the summer, wherever I could like convince somebody else to go through it, so I wouldn't get lost.
Excellent. So that means the spell's difficulty for this is going to be a 10. So
Okay.
you're going to roll flight plus your d4 and then any additional bonuses that you have.
Sure. So I don't have any bonuses to flight, but it is a d12 die. So do the d. So and we do get a plus. Oh no, that's I chose brains like a fool. I got a d20 in brains. I don't know why I did that. Whatever. Unless I can quickly change that to flight, but as I've been researching that, I don't know why I put brains. Whatever.
You're very brainy.
It's up to you.
If you want to flip them because it makes more sense for your character and the natural progression of where this character is going, I am not going to object to it. Like I said, this is a very narrative, rules light game, so it's not going to be influential all the time with the dice and the rules.
So it doesn't matter. I rolled 12.
Roll 12.
Plus 1 to flight would be 13.
Excellent. Yeah. So you succeed, but you get the job done on the spell. The professor kind of looks at you and doesn't really see anything about the door change.
It should. I've been really good at getting to the kitchen because it's just across the other side of the castle, and I don't like walking all that way.
So the door now opens to the kitchen. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. For I've only I've only had it stable for up to a minute lately, but I'm working on it. A few other swivels.
Perhaps someone should test it. Terry, would you like to test it?
I'm always the one to go check the door.
I'm gonna put my hand on Terry's shoulders. I'll take one for the team.
No. And as you're saying that, the mother in the glass is like, just do it already. Okay. I'm going. Be brave. I'm gonna go and open the door.
Okay. You open the door and you walk through. You walk right into the kitchen.
So as it took a little convincing, when you turn around to go back, it opens to the door that leads out of the kitchen.
Yeah, you're on the completely other side of the castle.
Hey, you just skipped class too. Look at you.
There's Jameson's walking by you.
Oh boy!
I just walk past them, grab an apple.
Oh, well, I was really hoping to get the rest of that lesson.
Oh, no.
And Medea and Alistair, as you guys are there, Professor Spindlewheel opens the door again, then closes it, then opens it again, and it looks down the hall. Well, it must have worked. I don't really have any way of knowing where Terry ended up, but that was quite extraordinary. Well done, Alistair. Well done.
We need to get it back. I'm sorry, and then I'll try to cast Portcullis again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll once again. we'll say same difficulty.
Okay, I actually rolled a 10 plus 1.
So you just succeed again.
Just 11.
11. Yeah.
It's a barely success.
And then I awkwardly walk into the classroom.
Yeah, we open the door.
I was leaving.
Jameson walks through the door. And Professor Spindlewheel closes the door.
There's a terrified Terry on the other side,
Terry,
and then the door closes again.
Terry being afraid, he probably realized that this has happened before, so he's actually already making his way walking back to the class. So it would just be Jameson walking through the door.
Jameson, where did you get that apple?
Well, I was in the kitchen.
Oh, right. Well, you know it's not right to eat in class in front of your classmates.
Okay, I'll see you later, and I walk out the door.
Chaotic.
Alistair's like furiously writing notes on his notepad, like, okay, we need to do something else about this. It works, but it's not quite right yet.
Professor Spindlewheel was like just looking at the door as Jameson just walks out and shuts it, and it's like, Well, it looks up at the magical clock in the middle of the room. It's like, oh yes, this period is about to end. Before the end of class, I must first. I know it's terrible. Assign your homework. Today, we have some homework. It's a research paper. It's due in 2 weeks. Yes, that's right. That's right, Medea. I see that look you're giving me right now. It's a research paper. It needs to be written about one famous wizard or witch that contributed greatly to the world of magical transportation. It will require extensive work in Sable Juneberry's library, so I hope you're ready.
Here you go.
What is this?
This is my research notes. It's about me.
You did that. It's about you. What do you?
If it has to be a historical person, that's not myself.
He
it's
reaches
fine.
out and grabs the stack of papers that you're handing to him. I would. Yes. For you, Alistair, you will. I'm sure that you won't mind doing a second rendition of another famous wizard or witch.
Certainly, I'm sure there's somebody interesting in the library I can find.
Yes, that would be very, 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 very good. Yes. Yeah, yes. And he turns around and just kind of walks away from you with a stack of papers. And at that point, you start to hear the bells of the period ringing as the doors all kind of open up magically as the class ends. And all these students start pouring out into the halls of the castle at Weeping Terrace.
I think just as the door is opening is when Terry would have gotten back to the class and it would have swung open and hit him.
I'm sitting right there. I'm sitting right there outside the class eating an apple. So it's like now you're really confused too, because you're like, what?
I walk out trying to avoid Alistair and walk out to look for Jameson.
Okay.
I'm literally like right outside the classroom against the wall.
You don't think you could have stayed in class for just like 10 minutes?
I think I stayed in class long enough. Let me guess. The homework today is to make a research paper based on a famous wizard from the past. Was that right?
Yes. Yes.
Great. Good thing I saved it for the third year in the row.
I don't think you ever going to graduate if you keep repeating the same classes, Jameson.
This is just a I chose to take this class again. I don't feel like taking another class that doesn't make any sense. You should see my grades. They're actually very good.
You could amount to a lot of things if you just put yourself to it, you know?
I do. I've been practicing a spell as well that I'm making. Probably not Alistair Gate level, but
Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, Alistair has some good magic, but you could do something good too.
I mean, I'm working on it.
Alistair, it's about that time that you hear, as you're walking out of the classroom, your name being said by Jameson in the hallway.
So I'm just gonna I'm gonna have the map to the school. It's a little like a 3D book type
Excellent.
looking thing.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like notating where I'm pretty sure things have been going, and I hear my name. It's like not like Alistair magic, and it's like sorry, and then I'm just gonna start wandering.
Hey, wait! I saw your map. That room actually moved since last year.
This school, I swear. Where did it go?
It's actually on the opposite side now.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. And he'll just change a little like dot.
No problem.
Medea is going to look at Jameson and just whisper, I thought that room went upstairs now. I thought it wasn't on the other side.
It's somewhere. It's just not where it used to be.
Right.
Alistair, what class are you going to next?
Oh, I kind of hate it, but I have to take a remedial course in like magical plants.
Yikes.
Oh, plants. Oh my god. So I was just gonna ask, I kind of missed the assignment on account of going to the kitchen unexpectedly. I was hoping I could catch some of your notes.
That's a little bit my fault. Absolutely. Let me see your take out your notebook real fast.
Oh, and you see him kind of unroll a scroll from his hat, and as he unrolls it, you see that it kind of expands into a book, and he like opens it up, and he's like, just please don't write on it. If you put ink on it, it's this thing. It's really strange. If you write words of things that are going to happen, it actually ends up happening. So just don't do it. You can write somebody's name and they die. Just say what you need to say, and it'll put itself in the book.
Well, I'll do you one better. We'll do a direct transfer, and I'm just like disregarding his warning. I'm just gonna like take my notebook and like tap it to it. So just a full 100% transfer, like text transfer from my notebook to his.
I'm like, but it can only hold so many words.
Now you're full and you need more storage.
And the person that it's about died.
This is gonna be great.
As you guys are having this conversation in the hallway, you can see that a familiar professor, Professor Penelope Pepperdine, she is a professor of magical history, history professor here, walks up, and she's got another student. Looks like a younger boy, probably 14 or 15, just based by the looks. Really very clean cut looking, kind of like a prep school attire, like a vest, and has their robes kind of over top. And they're definitely wearing the colors of Wendigo's house as they approach. She walks up, and it looks like they're having a conversation with the school's librarian in the hallway, Miss Juneberry. I'm sure Alistair would be on very good terms with Miss Juneberry, probably most likely with all the time that he spends in the library. You guys kind of hear them talking in the hallway. Yes, this is one of our exchange students. This is Hamilton Minx. He's coming to us this year. And you can see she's talking about him, but he's kind of looking off into different directions, not really paying attention to the conversation. He's taking in the school and stuff. Just a very plain kind of just no smile, but no frown. Just look on his face as he's looking around. And yes, I'm quite worried about him. This is definitely going to be a much different environment for him. That's for sure. And then Miss Juneberry kind of talks back and says, "Oh, but I just wanted to talk to you again about that history book that went missing from the library, and to let you know that I am working to find it. And I know that you could use it for your classes, but it seems that So You're a Wizard by Mason Wolpers has gone missing, and I haven't been able to track it down. We've had several books go missing from the library. To be honest, 2 of them were restricted, but don't let anyone know." And then this conversation kind of quickly ends, and Miss Pepperdine kind of ushers this Hamilton Minx off into another direction, kind of giving him a tour of the school, so to speak.
What do you make of that, Alistair?
I can't say anything. That will be Hey Jameson. You wouldn't happen to know anything about missing books, right?
I actually just found some in the bathroom that I was on my way to return.
Oh, outstanding. While you're there, can you return this one for me real fast?
You mean this one that we just found in the bathroom?
No, he pulls one out of his school bag. It's like,
Yeah, the one we just found in the bathroom.
yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, in the bathroom.
One of the couple that we found. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where this definitely came from.
Yeah.
Harry looks at Medea like.
Yeah. Medea is trying to like look to see the title of the book as Jameson was trying to like, sneak it away.
Okay. Are you guys trying to be sneaky about it, or?
Not especially.
Okay. So Medea kind of
But-
looks over, and she would be perceptive enough to see the title of the book. What is the title of the book, Alistair, as you're handing it over?
The book that I have is Forbidden Spatial Magics. It is absolutely one of the 2 missing restricted section books. Which is not my fault, because the restricted section isn't really a restricted section so much as like you kind of have to like find the restricted books in the other books of the library.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah.
So
What was
it's
it?
a little bit not my
It was
fault.
forbidden spatial. What was it?
Forbidden Spatial Magics.
Magics. Gotcha.
These are listed magics which are explicitly forbidden to be cast because they cause too much problems.
Yeah. This is by author Jade Birdnest.
Bird nest. And is that one always right about these crazy things? Once I heard that Bird Nest came in for a book signing at the school.
Do we have signed Bird Nest books? I love his early work. Her early work.
It depends on which reality you look at. Some realities, she never even showed up.
Hey,
You are
bud.
spending way too much time with your aunt.
Yeah, you should probably stay away from your aunt. Maybe live in this reality for a little while.
But that does give me an idea.
Oh, no more
Terry, you
ideas.
can be in any. If you want to see different other realities, I think that's perfectly fine. I think that's a gift.
I
think
just
you should be
want
proud of it.
one reality doesn't end in fire.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure not all of them end in fire.
Are you scared of fire?
No, Jameson, he's
It's
not.
one-
No, I'm just curious. I just want
I
to.
think that's like a vague existential dread of all living creatures. Terry
not-
is also covered in many flammable things, so I can understand his apprehension.
I
That's fair.
also have a phobia for confrontational questions, so I don't know how to answer that.
And you're also scared of teleportation magic.
Jameson,
Okay.
you put Terry alone, okay?
I am. I'm gonna go try to return these books now.
I'll go with you.
I was gonna teleport over there.
Okay.
Maybe we should.
Is there a door nearby? I guess let's see if I
Oh
can
yeah.
just like get us right to the
Absolutely.
library.
Many classroom doors and.
All right,
yeah.
I'm gonna try to go back through the classroom door, but I'm gonna use portcullis to try to like get us to the library faster.
Are you trying to go through the same door you just exited, Mr.
Yeah.
Spindlewheel's class? Professor
Yeah.
Spindlewheel? Okay, go ahead. It's going to be the same difficulty 10, and you can go ahead and make your check.
All right.
Before he actually succeeds at that, Medea is going to go over to her friend Jameson and hand him one of the other books that she has in her.
Oh my god, I'm hanging out with a bunch of thieves.
It's not
Can I-
theft if
Here,
it never left
put
the
this in
school.
there.
It's just enhanced borrowing.
You found a book in the bathroom too?
I just want to get to the end of this year.
This is the first day.
I am honestly surprised at you. From Alistair, I expected it because we've actually done this before. But for you, I mean, we were together when we pulled these books out of the library in the first
I did
place.
it later that night.
Oh my gosh.
Did it last semester.
You little heathen.
So,
Just
so
kidding.
I rolled an 8. However,
Oh.
that's because I was startled by like the sudden realization that like the other book is here this whole time. So I'm gonna use my adversity tokens.
You're gonna use 2 tokens to succeed?
Yes.
Okay. So you can spend those and take them off your character sheet, and you succeed. You're not sure 100% if you succeeded or not, but where were you trying to make this
So
door go?
the intent was to have the door open to the library.
To the library. You
So
got
like
it.
just like they go into this door and it's like we're in the library now. If I get close, like across the hall from the library, I would also accept that result
Okay, sure.
as a success. But
No,
like
you succeeded, so basically what you were trying to do does happen, but just barely.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and you can narrate. You can narrate if you guys want to narrate, like walking through the door, and you definitely
Yeah.
succeeded.
all right, so
She definitely like just puts the book in Jameson's hand, and if anyone look at the cover, it is dangerous and risks of life transference.
Oh, that's definitely in the restricted section. Within the restricted titles.
You
Yeah,
naughty
what-
kids in your restricted section books.
Say that title one more time for me, Sierra.
Risks and dangers of life transference.
Medea, you can't have a book like this. It's gonna cause so much problems. And then my glasses kind of show up, and for the first time, I think you, Medea, would actually recognize it. You see that there are 2 adults in my glasses that are giving a standing ovation as you are passing the book over. Stop.
So startled by this horrifying realization of I don't know what the Wild family's into, but like I don't want any part of that. So I'm just gonna quickly like push the doors in, and
Yeah.
I guess open to this grand library that is sprawling with books,
Absolutely.
30 feet high, just
Mhm.
walls of like organic bookshelves looking like they're like the bookshelves are grown as part of the tree.
Excellent.
That's like part of the
yeah.
castle.
That's fantastic. Well done. Yeah. So you guys are following him through the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Big so
follow
only has a minute.
You guys follow him through the door, and all of a sudden, like walking through the door, like running as well, popping in behind you before the door can fully close, is another student, Annis Buckthorn, and she walks in and realizes, what? Impossible.
You might want to go back through that door. You might want to just before it closes.
I'm gonna be late
Yeah,
for
you-
class.
Just go back through the door. Go back through the door.
Dump her back out in the hall and close the door. So you guys are there. You're standing at this, like Jason said, this massive library. Books upon books, stacked, shelves stacked high. It has these wooden ladders that you can climb upon to reach, but the ladders are animated and magically enchanted to kind of just like know where you want to go. And as you crawl up them, they just kind of like whirl around the library to where they need to be. There's also like little magic carpets that seem to like drop down and they'll float people up to the bookshelves where you guys want to like look in some of the other books. Seems
I
like
grab one of the ladders and ride it up to the front desk.
Okay, you ride it near the front desk. Yeah, the front desk is there, but there's no one currently behind it. You guys might have beat the librarian back to the library with the magic that was used.
I am going to look for another book
Okay.
You all
while
just
the
put
library is not here.
Put the books on the table really
Yeah,
quick.
No,
Yeah, there's
don't
like
put them
a-
on the table.
There's
Put
like
them
a
under
there's,
the table.
there's like a slot
That's-
for book return. You can just drop it in the
Oh.
slot.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's not a good idea, though.
Wait,
I'm
but
gonna wait for the librarian. We can't give an alibi. If they
No.
look back on the cameras and see us just drop them off, they know who had them.
Okay, put it in, and I will try and reverse the time and change the reality of what happens on that camera.
You can do that?
My aunt
Hey,
taught me some things.
Can you make it look like
Awesome.
that Buckthorn girl? Was the one that put it back?
Oh,
We're
we're not gonna
framing
do
her?
that. Come on.
We're framing
I, I
her?
pull I pull
It's not.
pranks, but I don't get other
It's
people in
not.
trouble.
It's not framing. It's just. It's framing. It's a little bit framing.
No.
That's a
We're not
lot of it
doing that.
framing. That's a lot of it framing.
And Jameson,
We're
you
not
would be a
doing
little
that.
bit apprehensive to do it too, because you know that Annis is a member of your house.
Yeah, that's my house member. Leave her alone.
All right. I mean, that's not my problem, but okay. We can do this. We can do this the right way by reversing reality and making these just appear out of nowhere.
Do you need any help, Terry?
No, I have my good luck charm. I should be good.
When he starts like patting his good luck charm, I'm like taking like 10 steps back. Like,
Okay.
I'm also taking 10 steps.
I see them doing it, and I'm like,
all right, and then like I pull out my notepad and I just start like getting ready to like write what happens, just to like just to like ground this reality.
I like lean
Somehow.
over to Alistair and I'm like, you realize he's cursed, right?
Oh, super cursed.
Yeah,
But it's wonderful for my research. It's totally fine.
I guess.
Terry, you do recognize on the ceiling, in many places in the library, are these what look to be like crystal balls that hang from the ceiling. They look like they're some type of enchanted scrying orb of some sort.
Going to have you all watch from underneath his kind of tailcoat. There's a small spectral monkey that kind of crawls around his shoulder, and you see him just kind of look. I have a telepathic bond with my companion that I can speak to it no matter how far away it is.
Okay.
So you all just watch me just stare intently at this ghost monkey, and then it is going to start trying to crawl up to the orbs,
Mhm.
and I'm going to try and see if I can stop time on these orbs.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Let's see what the difficulty is. First of all, what do you think the magic stat for that would be?
This would be-
What makes most sense for this spell?
It would either be brains or charm, which are neither very good. Brains, in a sense, I'm trying to calculate how I can time out everything, and charm to see if I can just create like a charming effect of illusion.
Right, illusion. Okay. So let's do it this way. If you are specifically trying to like stop time for this moment, that would be more brains, I think. But if you're trying to just create an illusion that you stopped time, that would be more of a charm type thing, I feel.
I would say because we really need this to be a thing, I think I'm going to push a little bit harder and try and stop time in this library.
Okay, okay. Fantastic. So,
Are you rewinding the time? So like before.
I'm going
we
to,
even-
before we
Okay.
even showed up.
okay. Perfect.
Really?
I'm going to say that this is definitely reality bending,
Yeah.
or is it reality breaking?
It depends. I'm cursed, so it may break reality.
I think
It may break
I
or
think
it
it's
may
breaking
bend.
reality because there's no way you can really ever rewind time. So I would
No.
say that's going to be it starts at a base 7 for that.
Fun.
Area of effect. So you going for the whole library then, right? Just the library?
So I know the orbs are pretty much can all see us from different angles, so I would have to
Yes.
stop the entire library. Okay, yeah.
Yes. So that's massive. So a classroom or bigger adds an additional 7. So we're already up to a 14. And you want to hold this for, I would say, a few minutes.
Yes.
So that'd be +1 to a 15. And I would say, how familiar are you with this type of spell?
Just through rumors. I see my aunt.
Maybe
talk
you
about
just, maybe have you witnessed someone do it before?
it. Yeah, my aunt works
Okay.
on doing this.
Okay, so this is going to be extremely difficult. It is a base, it is
great.
difficulty 18
Yikes.
Yikes.
to succeed
We're
on
going
this.
to this is gonna be a streak.
Is there any way we can help him? Is there a
is
helping
there?
feature?
Unfortunately for spells are always considered a snap decision, meaning that he gets the D4, he can spend his own adversity tokens, but no one else can help him. If you're doing like a regular check and it's a plan thing, like you guys are planning it all out, if it was a regular check, you guys could spend your adversity tokens to add additional onto his.
Gotcha.
But the way the rules are specifically written, all magic spells are considered snap decisions, which means you don't get to help one another, but you can use your own.
Outstanding. Okay.
You
Well-
said that was an 18?
18 is the difficulty.
The highest I can get is a 16.
No,
even
no,
with-
because
even
you
with
can
your adversity
roll.
tokens?
If you roll the highest on your die, it explodes and you roll it again. It's a lucky break, is what it's called. Will Terry have some good luck in this situation?
Terry has a habit of, or Terry has a history with explosive like everything. So maybe.
All right, I'm gonna give this a shot. Then we'll see how this works. Brains, I am stopping this room, you guys. Bonuses or penalties? Nothing. Okay. I don't think that's the same. So I rolled a 11 and then got +1. So it's 12, but it's not a natural 12. So I only got 12.
You got 12, so let's see. So you
So then
fail
you could,
by...
is that including your D4 and any bonuses?
Did I? It should have automatically rolled the D4. Yeah, it rolled a D4 and I got 1. That's how I got 12.
What was the other dice? Was it a D10?
Yeah, it was a D10. So it would have been worse with the charm.
So was the D10 a 10?
I had a D12 for brains and I got an 11, and I rolled a D4 and I got a 1, so it became a 12.
Gotcha.
Yep. Okay.
So you guys are watching, backing up from Terry, as he focuses on his ring and holds it up towards these orbs, getting ready to kind of stop time within the library. And he casts his incantations, the ring begins to glow, and you watch the orb that he's looking at goes and shatters and begins to just fall down in this like strange mystical dust down onto the floor.
Say, in one reality, I succeeded.
Yeah, but in this one, you broke a camera, and you're probably going to get in a lot more trouble than we are.
Can I fix it real quick? Can I just like fix the camera?
You can make an effort. How would you like to
Yeah.
fix it?
I am going.
It looks like
I
it's
guess
broken into thousands of little pieces.
Okay. I am going to try to take whatever the dust was
Okay.
and reform it. So I guess that's like transfiguration.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
Okay.
So this is going to be, is this something that, as we look at our difficulty charts, we have to see...
Would it be charm or brains?
I feel like brains or grit to like
Together, yeah.
Yeah, either grit or brains. I'd let you choose either one, brains or grit.
I'm
Grit
gonna
meaning
choose
like,
brains.
because I imagine you're like in a panic, like, oh no, we gotta get this
Yes.
thing fixed before the librarian gets here. It's like-
She's too nervous. Her emotions bounce back and forth. She is so like spacey. So she is going to use brains because she.
Okay. So
Her
this is going to
mentality.
be, we'll say this is an unnatural effect. You could technically put glass back together, but it's not a natural kind of thing. So it's going to be +3. It's a +1, so 4. Instantaneous is 0. How have you ever cast this spell before, you think?
I feel like she probably broke some things before her grandfather saw her, so she probably tried to fix things a lot.
Perfect. The difficulty on this check is going to be a 5.
Okay.
Based on the charts.
Alright, I have a D10. This is a D10. And then I always add a D4, right?
Yep. Anytime you cast a spell, always get that magic die.
You said a 5 to beat it?
Yep, a 5. Meet it or beat it, and you succeed.
Oh my god, I'm so panicky. 3.
A 3.
Ooh.
With your additional pluses for spells, do you have any additionals to that?
Not in brains, no.
Okay.
Charm.
You watch as she's casting this spell, and all of a sudden, when she flicks her wand towards it, like she actually spreads the dust around the room even farther. Some of it goes under carpets, under tables, into the bookshelves. It's like she just like casts a gust of wind, and it's just.
And my glasses say, the only option that you have at this point is to break every camera in this room.
Or no.
Mom, that's so drastic. She's like, you will not get in trouble for this.
One thing I do want to mention before we go any further, the two of you that just failed checks, you get an adversity token back for failing a check.
Oh, okay.
So you guys each get an adversity token back that you can spend at a later time.
That's
Okay.
useful.
Well, here's what I'm going to do that I didn't realize I could do before any of this happened.
Oh wait. Oh, I have intuitive. So it says whenever I I have spell slinger. So whenever I spell check, I can add a +3 to it.
It says you still. I have that as well. It still says you fail though.
Yeah,
You will still lose the roll no
It
matter
just-
what, but could
it
reduce
just-
your loss
yeah,
to minus.
It
Okay.
just makes your failure less drastic, is what it does.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So theoretically,
the-
you guys could still collect all these pieces, but I mean, we're talking about dust. You'd probably need a broom to like sweep all this stuff into a nice little pile before you could attempt it again.
Yeah.
It's about that time that you can hear down the hall the librarian's voice hollering at some other student that they better get to class.
Oh my God.
Secret bookshelf. Secret
Oh my
bookshelf.
God.
Secret bookshelf.
Y'all can
So
go.
I like turn on my heel
Oh my
and then like
God,
I
oh my
start going
God.
like literally like 100 degrees away from the librarian's desk. Is like there's a little like curved out section.
Yeah.
There's a book titled Hide Here, and you just kind of pull it,
Okay.
and it like opens a little door.
Okay. As you're turning around to go to that section, Alistair, you turn around the corner, and coming around another corner, you bump into someone, another student. And they were holding a book and reading and not paying attention to you, and they slam into you, and they fall back a little bit, and the book drops down in front of you, and you realize it was that exchange student standing in front of you.
What's the book he dropped?
We will find out in our next episode.